Every time I show up to a gig with my band, they laugh at me, and this is going to solve that. It's not a sponsored video, but it's going to stop me getting laughed at.
This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
So basically, I take the PA and everything in my car for our gig. So, you know, 2 PA speakers, PA monitors, all of the stuff that you see a band playing at a gig. And one of the things that I can almost never be bothered to try to remember to pick up is a guitar stand. And my band laugh at me because they're like, you've got these fairly expensive guitars, like I'm gigging K-lines, you know, lots of various bits and pieces, and they say you don't have a guitar stand, you're just leaning against your amp. So I've endeavoured to fix this after maybe, like, it's just pre-pandemic. I've been doing this since. So this is the Hercules GS422B Plus. I actually put a question on Instagram a few weeks ago, maybe even a month or so ago, and kind of asked people what would you say is the best guitar stand, and Hercules came back unanimously. They've sort of been the industry leader for ages, really. Anyway, so this is the twofer. And I guess what is this video going to be about? It's going to be about how I stopped getting bullied in my own band. But also, I guess we should talk about where you could put the guitar stand on stage. So that's the Hercules stand done. I've actually put up a Tom Ant affiliate link. They've got a new premium partner program, they call it. So if you're ever looking for something to grab from Tom Ant, if you go through my link, that's one way. Have I just bought a bass one? Anyway, I feel like Hercules stands used to be better. I've got a 3-way stand that I use over here inside the room. I kind of have 3 guitars on at any one time. Normally that one. So that's part of the reason I don't take that out, because this has my main guitars on it, and so I needed to buy another one. You can see actually it's quite a different design here. Better or worse, I'm not entirely sure, but different. Let's see if I can adjust that. So if you are using a Tele like this, you might want to put on one of these, which narrows one of the sides down. Not super complicated. Then that brings it down a couple of millimeters, the gap between them, and then hopefully then it's going to reliably hold that, or I could put on both, I guess. So I guess that's good. What does the B stand for? Anyway, so let's talk a little bit more about so left. Where should you put a guitar stand? So the first thing that I've experienced is that when someone drunk gets on stage, a guitar stand can often be the place that they go. So you maybe want to put it behind an obstacle of some form to avoid a drunk person getting to your guitars first. You know, maybe put it behind the keyboards, put it behind the drums, somewhere where they're going to... But seriously, maybe behind your amp, if you've got one there, away from like an edge of a stage, because I've seen people, you know, just knock stuff completely off stage. So when you're placing your stand, think, right, is a drunk bridesmaid going to get to this? Or is a drunk bassist going to knock it off the stage? You know, making sure that it's not going to be in a place where it could just topple off. I guess that's kind of an important thing. The Hercules stuff, as I say, seems to be the thing that most people recommend still. Leave comments if you've got other suggestions below in the comments, but it seems pretty decent to me. I like that quick grab element of it. You can also buy the Hercules things just by themselves to put on a wall mount. I've got a couple of them, but at some point I might strategically place around the house, like if you want a guitar hung in your toilet or something like that, to really make the most of that time. But yeah, generally I just didn't want to be laughed at on gigs anymore, so I thought I'd buy a guitar stand. This should pack down nicely, and the other thing with this is that I take a backup to every gig guitar, but I normally kind of leave it in the case. I'm instead going to put it on the stand because I think that's probably a slightly better idea. So the old Hercules packs down nicely. If you're thinking of grabbing one or anything from Toman, then do feel free to use that affiliate link, and yeah, it just gives me a little bit of a kickback in when you're spending some money on stuff that maybe you would have bought anyway. But yeah, I've got the 3-way and the 2-way, and then I'm happily married, and we're monogamous mostly. I'll catch you in another video soon. I'm not going to be laughed at anymore. Have you got any unprofessional habits that you're wanting to change or talk about? Feel free to leave them in the comments as well. This is definitely one of mine. Cheers.